Hello everyone! Welcome to the Hack the Dino end of year in review spectacular adjective words that describe how awesome this is. I'm Ben Rosenthal and this guy here is Dan McGuinness.
Hello, hello.
How's your year been, Dan?
My year's been amazing.
Has it? Are you ready to take a look back at it month by month, minute by minute?
No, it's gonna be a long show. I'll tell you that.
Yes. But we've got a lot of content to go in that long show. It's been a pretty productive year for Hack the Dino, really. We've had we had the Braden join. Oh yeah, our content creator and manager Braden's here. Braden,
Hello.
say hi.
Hello.
There he is. That's his hand. Get out of my shop, Braden. We had Braden join the team in January this year and start making YouTube videos. Now, of course, we've got the live edit, which goes up on YouTube 24 hours after the stream.
Yep. So I was just watching Braden what he was doing behind me.
Valuable input there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was fixing the green screen.
Now, we're going to be streaming here, in case you missed the announcement last episode, episode 59 on Twitch, every Friday at 8 p.m. Adelaide time, which I think is 8:30 for Melbourne. And if you're in America, it's, I don't know, like 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, who knows what time it is over there.
If you're in America, you're probably better off catching it on YouTube when it goes up 24 hours later. So all the links will be in the description below. You can follow us there. Podcast, of course, will also be going up as per usual. Now, the year in review is a look at what went on in gaming throughout the year. We're going to take it month by month, take a look at some of the big headlines.
We're going to go tooth comb month by month. If I know anything from all these notes that we've got, it's going to be a long show.
I am a little bit meticulous when it comes to notes.
Get a coffee or a tea and a biscuit, sit down, run a chamomile bath. Chamomile?
Chamomile bath.
Don't run that. Get some
No,
chamomile.
run a chamomile bath.
Yeah, be the ultimate in relaxation and then fall asleep.
We also have some awards to give out as well. We sourced out some people as to what awards they want to see. Some of the awards we'll be announcing tonight are, of course, Game of the Year.
The Hack the Dino Game of the Year.
Yep. Greatness in microtransactions.
Yep.
What else we got? Best New Butt.
Yep.
Plenty of fantastic.
How many awards are there?
I think there's 9.
9 awards.
9 awards to announce this show.
Yeah, right.
This end of year in review spectacular. I'm just rambling now. So, what games, Dan, have you played this year that you think were highlights?
Ooh.
If you want to have a think about it,
I did. Yeah, you do yours because I forgot to write mine down.
Oh. Well, for me, if you're a listener and watcher of the show, I'm a big fan of Rhyme.
Yep.
This just really hit me, and it might be because me being a parent, and this is very much a game about a small child and his fox.
And as all parents have for their children.
Yeah, and just the way the story unfolded. Like, yes, it had some mechanical issues. Some of the techniques used within the game were a bit, and it had an underwater level that was just the bane of my existence. But overall, I really enjoyed this game, loved it, and towards the end, it just, just ripped my heart out like Kalimar and set it on fire.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was actually you were doing then, so I'm glad it was ripping your heart out. Look at that bird, he's stolen that golden egg.
Yeah, and now he's going to eat.
Oh, look out, mate. Look out, little boy. There's a big bird chasing him.
Of course, in December, we also had the release of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Did you know I was a bit of a Pokemon fan, Dan?
I had an inkling when I saw you without a shirt on and you had a full back tat of Trubbish.
Yeah. Not Vanillite. He's a rubbish Pokemon.
I can't believe I actually remembered a Pokemon's name.
Trubbish.
Pikachu's got a hat.
Yeah, you can dress him up in this one. You can have cool glasses.
Is that only if you've got Pikachu game, not the Eevee?
No, you can dress the Eevee up as well.
Even if you don't have Let's Go Eevee, whatever it's called. What is it called?
Let's Go Eevee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can dress them up. You can dress them all up. Well, just the main ones. So I really enjoyed this game. It was a nice little remake. It had its problems, but having Pokemon appear in the overworld was delicious, fantastic. I caught another shiny last night.
You did?
Yeah, I got a shiny Magikarp.
Ooh.
So you can see here in the footage, actually, see all the Pokemon popping up.
Tell me what shinies do exactly.
They're just a different color.
Yeah, I actually thought the other day that they must be really important because I've watched people stream for them for hours, and then I worked out that they're just a different color.
Yep. Don't do anything, but they've got a 1 in 5,000 chance of appearing. And then you can
but
get
people
things.
seem to be getting them I've seen you get one. You walked into my shop, we got one. I've watched people on streams get them constantly.
There are easier ways to get them as well. If you finish the game with all the Pokemon in your Pokédex, you get a Shiny Charm, which makes it 1 in 500. Then if you use a lure, that brings it down to a 1 in 200 chance. So they're pretty easy to get now. I've got 5 in my main game already. And lastly, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and my goodness, I love this game. It is just so good. We've talked about it in previous episodes. Just the chorus of characters. Just today, I played through Smash mode, or just the normal classic mode.
Who did you play? Corrin?
No, Ryu.
Inkling? Icky?
Ryu. And what I really like, so usually during a Smash battle, it's percentages. Like the more damage you do, the higher the percentage of that character goes up. And then when they're at a really high percentage, you can knock them off the screen, which is
that's how it works.
Yeah. However, when you're Ryu, your opponent has like 100 points, 100 hit points, and you whittle it down to 0, like in a Street Fighter game. That was a really cool little touch.
That is cool. Yeah. That is very, very cool.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
So you can actually knock KO.
Yep. KO. Anyway, and another good thing I like about Ryu is that you can do the actual commands in the joypad to throw a fireball.
Yeah, actually do the actual Street Fighter moves on the pad. Yeah, nice.
Great. Anyway, Dan, games you played this year that you
that I've really liked. I'm just going to wait for Braden to bring up the list on the screen so I can remember. Obviously, my first one was obviously God of War. Yeah. I think Braden as well. We could just talk about this. We could do a 2-hour stream on this game.
We probably could.
I mean, it's a show on it. Like
I think everything we have. If you add up all the times we've spoken about God of War throughout the year,
it's often hard to find new footage of God of War that we haven't used before.
Yeah,
but I did.
Because you don't want to spoil anything, Phil.
Yeah, so I didn't want to spoil it. There's no main point.
Look how cool that was.
It is
very cool. So yeah, I mean, this has been for me like one of my standout games of the whole year. Like when I started playing it, I knew I was gonna like it, but then I started playing it, and
it's just a story.
Pitched a tent.
Pitched a tent.
And then went camping. Couldn't play it on Switch though because it's not on there. It's a PlayStation exclusive. But we'll see more of God of War this year because it is nominated for quite a few awards, including the Hack the Dino Game of the Year. So we'll be talking about that a little bit later on.
Do you reckon they're going to bring out Gods of War? Like they did, like
God of Wars.
God of Wars, like Silent Hills.
And then he'll get a new battle axe, and it'll be a sword. And you'll be God of Swords.
Norman Reedus will play Kratos, and you'll fight Kojima at the end?
No. Oh. Because that wouldn't be a battle that you'd be able to win.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Because Kojima he'd like Thanos. He'd Thanos you out of existence. Is that it? Is that sort of like the standout games?
I've got a couple more. Another one that I really, 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 really enjoyed was the remake of Wonder Boy, The Dragon's Trap. So Wonder Boy 3 was one of my favorites on what's that thing called? The Master System when I was growing up.
Yep.
Ooh.
Or on the Switch.
I put a Switch ad in there accidentally.
Yeah.
Shout out, guys.
Yeah, shout out to those guys.
Community.
I swore I got rid of that. For those of you listening to the podcast, you won't know what just happened then.
No, this looks great.
And you never will.
No.
This game is a beautiful, beautiful reenactment. It is a recreation of the game. It is perfect. Every part of it is perfect. The animation is beautiful, everything is perfect. Even to the point where at any time you can press the top buttons and go to the original old graphics.
That's what I was going to say. Is it to the point where...
As we can see right now.
Is that
timing?
Is that the actual game there, and they've just rejiggered the graphics over the top?
Yeah,
or
I reckon
they've completely remastered it?
I reckon, no, it's just they've redone the graphics, and that's it. And that's why the graphics are so good, because that's all they had to do.
Wow.
I mean, it'll be a lot harder than that, you know what I mean? Like, they put, like, a lot of extra graphics in there and stuff. This is just the opening level, just after you can see there, you can switch between it any time. You can also do it for the music, which we can't hear, but as well. You can click to the new music and the old music. This game, to me, was like, the only thing that was really... I didn't like about it is it's only like 4 hours long. But there was a new one coming. Is that new one come out that's based on this that I really want to get
it's not
into.
A sequel?
That other one. You know, the one where you play the pig and stuff like that? It's not called Wonder Boy. It's called like...
Yes, yeah, we shared it on the Facebook page.
Yeah, you shared it on the Facebook page. Yeah,
it's called Wandering Boy.
No, it's not Boy. But you play characters from this world, but it's the same kind of vibe. But I'm fully gonna get into it. I didn't even know it was out. I didn't saw it was out the other day. I've been following it, and then I forgot to follow the last crucial point of when it came out.
When it came out about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was one of my other ones that I just loved this year, and the last one is obviously. Theoretically, is Black Mesa, the remake. I'm big into my remakes.
Yeah.
The remake of the original Half-Life, but totally remade from the ground up.
Now, you were telling me this was not an official remake, but the developers, Valve loved the remake so much that they hired or
they
paid
just
for the guy to
they
finish
just
it?
did it. Yeah, they just let them do it, and they like pushed it and stuff like that.
Right.
So officially, this kind of didn't. This game has been coming out in bits and bobs forever, but it got finished this year finally. So I count it as out this year. Like,
right.
They were doing level by level, and so you're waiting around and waiting around. But this year they finished like the final level. They did like the full Zen end level, and as you can see here, you can see you got pickup physics from Half-Life 2. It's basically I'm pretty sure they're just running like the Half-Life 2 engine, like boosted. And they've recreated, and there's also added bits in it. So there's not just like the whole game. Like they've added, like maybe a door will be locked, and you have to go around a slightly different, longer way. And they've added some more things into each level.
Oh, cool.
So as you're playing it, you're like, I don't remember this.
So it is an actual remaster, not just a remake.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. Every part of it is absolutely perfect. It's so good to play. It was up until recently, it was my most popular game that I streamed. It's just such a good game.
What's your most popular stream now?
The one last week. What was it?
Shadow
Warrior. Chop people up. So all people want to see is limbs. I did a thing where I was collecting legs. So I was trying to chop the legs off of as many characters as I could. So, and like, your leg is mine. You're like, how they do that in the old samurai.
Kill Bill?
Yeah, Kill Bill and stuff like that. You're going to live here with your life, but your limbs are mine.
Well, that's enough about chopping off people's extremities. Let's go into the year in review. Dan, we've got January first up.
Yeah, I'm doing January. So we're going to go through every month of kind of like a little, kind of like a comb over.
A comb over. Hack the Dino, bringing you the year's comb over. Dan.
Yeah, well, if we want to go into it deep, we go with a fine tooth comb. I don't know what a tooth comb is.
Comb over's better.
So let's assume a loose one is a comb over.
Yep.
So, what do we have here? So first up, the inaugural season of the Overwatch League began.
Yeah.
I love that you make me say inaugural, like in a thing. Like, so what I would have said is the Overleague Watch began.
Inaugural was the first one.
In January of this year, it was won by London Spitfires.
Yep. Tell us about them.
Oh, shout out, guys. There's bloody fans blowing all my notes around.
What can you tell us about the London Spitfires, Dan?
They're just a team of Overwatch players that are dastardly good at it.
Dastardly. And where do they reside?
Oh, in the London.
In the London.
In the London. You know I don't know much about them. Stop it. If you're going to do this all night, I'm leaving. Disney and Blizzard have secured. They secured a deal to bring the league to Disney TV networks.
Yeah, you're laughing, but I thought that was actually pretty cool. Like, this is Disney bringing what was it? Esports to the mainstream.
Sports.
E3 Sports is where you go to E3 with a foosball. Throw it at all the people.
Sports.
So I thought that was pretty cool. But anyway,
they were averaging 80 to 170,000 viewers, so I suppose that's pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm just using your little notes here.
That's what they're there for.
I suppose you should say the dates as well. On the 16th of the month, Street Fighter 5 Arcade was released. That's making Street Fighter 5 a full game.
Yes, I'm a bit of a Street Fighter fan, as we've chronicled here quite a bit. And for me, Street Fighter 5, which is above God of War there, Braden.
Thank you.
Just really sort of fell flat when it was released.
Have you put these in different order?
No, that's the exact order that we're in. So it just felt a little bit flat for me. The arcade, the story mode was ridiculous at the start, but we got that a little bit later on. It didn't have an arcade mode, which is why we got it now.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, we've got all the fun stuff we've outlined in the show previously with all the ads and the pay characters. And
Yeah.
Anyway.
What else we got? What happened on the 22nd? Yuji Naka, former head of the Team Sonic, lead programmer for the original Sonic the Hedgehog game, announced he has joined Square Enix. Enix.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
One of the original dudes.
Yeah, come back in,
And finally, Dan, what else we got there?
And finally,
Not
there's a couple more. On the 25th, they released Celeste.
Yeah, now you haven't played this yet, have you?
No, I really wanted to. We can see it on the screen here. Oh, died.
Definitely a game, I think, for the Switch.
It's one of those super... What are those things she's going through? Like some sonic, like, cosmic, like, Starfield.
Yeah, basically.
Is that what it is? Is it like jelly?
Sure. It's exactly like jelly. It is jelly. It's cosmic jelly.
Cosmic jelly.
In the cosmic jelly.
My
the
wife made that for Christmas.
Cosmic jelly?
Yeah.
Sweet.
And on the 26th of January, Dragon Ball Z Fighter was released.
Now, you have played this game.
I have indeed.
We've played this game.
Yeah, we had a good when it first came out, we had a good go at this.
How good is this game?
Oh yeah, like it has everything in it. This is the ultimate Dragon Ball Z fighter game. Like people, they're all about what's that one? The other one that's like the world's one where you make a character and like
Xenoverse.
Xenoverse. Yeah. To me, I played that. And I'm like, that's not Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z Xenomorph.
This is Dragon Ball Z. Look at this stuff. Like, and not only that, it's a KO.
It's not Dragon Ball Z. Krillin won.
Yeah, that's true. He should have got pwned. You've got your characters, but then you can, like, as you fight them, you're building up, you're leveling up. You can come in, you can, like, all the things you kind of did in the show, you can somehow trigger if you know enough about the game, which I found, like, made it amazing. Like,
oh, well, they've got hidden fatalities as well. Like, if you're Trunks and you're up against Frieza, and Trunks wins, he does the Death of Frieza thing where he chops him up into little tiny fish bits.
Yeah. Like little things like that. They're popping in there. Like, and then you get the stage ending like things where they kick you through a mountain and stuff like that. It's so good.
It looks like the anime, which I think was the big thing. And look at the special beam cannon.
You can go deep. You can go deep. This is an esport. Now.
Yeah.
This game has deep like game mechanics. It's so good. But yeah, that came out, and then also around the same time, the same day.
Same day?
Same day. Monster Hunter World.
Yeah.
So, anyone ever heard of that?
No. What are you doing, Monster Hunter World?
I heard a lot of people enjoyed it.
You dress up as a little cat person and...
No, that's your offsider. You're a hunter.
No, you can be a cat.
Can you?
Yeah, there's a cat race.
Yeah.
Unless they took it out of this.
No. There's a cat race, but they're like your helper who comes alongside of you. But you can dress up as Aloy and Chun-Li and Ryu.
Yeah, I didn't like that, eh? Look at this monster here. The monsters are battling monsters. There's monsters everywhere.
I really like the idea of doing this because it reminds me of Kaiju. But it's also a numbers RPG, which I don't really do besides Pokemon or Chrono Trigger.
It's like, you have to go away, plan, get potions, do this, do that, and it is a very long... It wasn't for me.
Did you play it?
Yeah. It definitely wasn't for me.
Right.
But it did come out, and I do, I appreciate how good it is. Like,
yeah, you can, even though it's not for you,
I understand that this game is like perfect for the people who it's for.
Yeah. Well, I reckon it's about time we gave away our first award. Whoa. Over to you, Mr. Dan.
Am I doing the first award?
The first award. Whoa. So if you can read the award there and the nominees.
Yeah.
Read the nominees first.
All right, so your nominees are for...
Well, do you want to announce what the award is as well?
Yeah. For the award for... award number 1, the Best New Butt.
Best New Butt.
Butt.
So these are butts in gaming.
Yes.
Not just me or Ben. So our nominees are, number 1, Android 16 from Dragon Ball Z Fighter. Is Android 16 the bloke?
Yeah, the big green man.
Big green man, yeah. Bayonetta from Bayonetta 1 and 2 re-releases this year.
Yep.
Spider-Man from Spider-Man.
On PlayStation 4?
A small game that not many people probably have played.
No.
And Zelda Hyrule...
The Hyrule Warriors.
Zelda from Hyrule Warriors. The re-release. And the winner is... Open the envelope is in my notes.
Open the envelope. Who's the winner? Our first winner is...
And the winner is... Best New Butt of 2018. It goes to... Spider-Man.
Look at that. Look at those peaches.
Braden.
What a peachy butt.
If you write I clap in there, it'll do a clap like...
Whoa, really?
Into the chat. You can
just like that?
Oh, no, not I. Exclamation mark clap. Sorry.
Congratulations to Spider-Man for all those squats that he does. Giving him a nice peachy posterior.
But, so that's the first award done. Thank you very much. And
well
this is voted by the viewers of Hack The Dino.
So thank you. Hack The Dino. All of you Hack The Dino people out there, thank you very much for participating. We actually got a lot more votes than I thought.
Yeah. There's more than one person out there.
It was more than you.
There's more than just Floppy watching us.
So thank you very much, and keep it up because that's awesome. All right, February, and I'll take it from here for February. So February 1st, we saw the release of A Night in the Woods. Did you play that one at all, Dan? It was a little cute ski game.
No.
No?
You didn't put that on my list of...
I did.
I've got the list.
Oh, actually, no, some of them aren't there because we weren't going to talk about them much. But one game we should talk about a little bit is Shadow of the Colossus. The remake, re-release, whatever that could be.
This year?
That was this year. That was on the 6th of February that finally came out.
Jesus.
Let's have a look at it. Look at that.
What is
that?
This is a game I've always wanted to play. But the reason I haven't is because...
Have you tried playing it?
No.
It's so hard.
Is it?
Yeah.
The controls.
Yeah, the controls are naff.
But, like, these big monsters aren't doing anything bad. Like, he's just walking around. He's not disturbing anyone.
Yeah, you're just a murderer.
Yeah, you just come in and, like, because you want to save your girlfriend.
I assume that these colossal beasts have lived for so long, they're all trying to commit suicide and you're doing them a favour.
Yeah, I'm sure that's in the law.
Them out.
Sign off below.
That's what I always thought.
Hit that like button if you like the idea of monster suicide.
Oh, look at that.
On the 13th, Owlboy was released. A little indie game which got a lot of critical acclaim. Again, came to the Switch. A lot of indie games found their way on Switch this time around, which was really, really cool. No, it wasn't. Secret of Mana Remaster came out as well. I actually didn't think much of this. Did you see it at all, Dan?
The Secret of Mana?
Secret of Mana Remaster. Did you see any of that at all?
I didn't. I've never really done the Secret of Mana at all. So,
really?
Yeah, I didn't really look into it.
See, they came out for me around the same time as Chrono Trigger, and they were two very similar looking games.
I do own it though, for some weird
Really?
reason. Yeah, on the NES, on a NES,
No, on the Super Nintendo.
on a yeah, but a NES,
A SNES.
a SNES.
A SNES. It sounds like
Show
a
us your a
Z's.
SNES.
Yeah, well, if you don't want it, I'll have it.
No,
It's a cheap game, not worth anything. Yeah, for me, it would never really struck that level where Chrono Trigger was.
Yeah.
Chrono Trigger was just that little bit better.
Yep.
So I went with that.
On the what else we got?
Well, yeah, we've already announced that Bayonetta 1 and 2 was re-released this year. And I did want to talk about the DICE Summit from this year. Phil Spencer gave a talk about how toxicity is ruining the industry. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. People went in tears over this speech.
Really?
Yeah, some people were just like, this is the best speech I've ever heard.
It was a fantastic speech, and I don't like... It was rehearsed a little bit, but if you go back and listen to it, you can see it now on the screen, not hear it. So if you're a lip reader...
Yeah, just assume he's saying something amazing.
Have a tear roll down the side of your cheek. Yeah, he went on to talk about how just this idea of people expecting and demanding things is really ruining it. Like, these people have been working, developers have been working their butts off to bring out these games. Some are good, some aren't. But for you to sort of make demands and call out people, like the Gamergate people and all that sort of rubbish, like, just don't. Just be nice.
Yeah.
Like, not everything's about you. Not everything's about what
you want to come out. Yeah. Oh, but...
And I think this was highlighted, especially
internet, mate.
recently.
Internet.
When what was it? The Tobey Maguire suit for Spider-Man came out. Now, Insomniac. Thank you, Brayden.
Yeah.
I think he just came. Now, Brayden.
No, he's just there.
He's been there a while. Now we had I've lost my train of thought. Sorry. The Spider-Man Tobey Maguire suit came out. People were asking for this suit to be included in the game. It was clearly going to be in the game because Insomniac brought it out a week or so ago. And sort of the really toxic people who said, yeah, see, you pressure people, you get what you want. We're going to do this more often. That's not it. Like, in order to have that suit work and insert files into the game so it doesn't crash or break the game, that suit would have been on the drawing table for years and years and years. And it just came out, and it was a coincidence that all you jerks were asking for it when it did come out. So it's not a victory for you.
There's no need to be a jerk, being the actual thing that you actually are saying you don't want people to be.
Being judgmental.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. You always become what you hate the most. Look at me. I'm like my dad.
Oof. Oof.
Mr. Rosenthal.
That was for Brayden. He doesn't watch anything I do. And lastly, we had perhaps the best release of the year, Metal Gear Survive was released.
Hey, do you know
on
what?
the 22nd.
This footage we're seeing now is the first I've ever seen of this game.
Oh, really?
I didn't even bother. I was like, look at this. What is this? Why do they have jewels in their heads?
For all you bargain hunters out there, and that was in quotation marks for those of you listening to the podcast. It's
going to be a future classic.
Yeah. You can get Metal Gear Survive for about $20 at Target.
It's going to be one of those games in 15 years that everyone's going to try and it's going to be worth heaps of money because they didn't make many. No one wanted it. No one's got it anymore. Everyone threw it in the bin. And then everyone's going to be like, oh, it's a future. Oh, it's, you know how the rarest games in the world are always the worst?
Yep. Like days before Christmas.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just the Konami curse. Like, Kojima had a part in this. Like, this was originally his idea. And when he went the separate ways, he sort of went, oh, no, it's not my idea. What are you guys talking about? Anyway, how good's Kojima?
I don't think he would have had the idea of putting jewels for their heads.
Well, you never know. You're not Kojima. But he could have made it a better way. Maybe the jewels had mouths and they talked.
And they became your friends.
Yeah. And then you went hunting together
for other lesser jewels.
All right, time for our second award, Dan.
All right, what do we got? Oh, we already done it. My second one already.
Yeah.
Okay, this is award for best new Nintendo IP. This is my idea.
This was yours, and that's why you're yelling.
This is a stab it in and break it off for me.
So, Dan, who are the nominees for the best new Nintendo IP of 2018?
How do you say this word?
Dragalia.
Dragalia Lost on mobile devices.
Right.
And number 2,
yep.
Dragalia Lost on mobile devices.
Yep.
Dragalia Lost on mobile devices.
Okay, and the fourth?
Last,
yep.
Dragalia Lost on mobile devices.
Okay, so big year for Nintendo.
For new IP, yeah.
And Dan, who's the winner of the best new IP for Nintendo in 2018?
Wait up. I'll have to work this out.
The winner is...
No. Mario's missing. Dragalia Lost.
Oh, well done.
Thank you very much, Dragalia. If you can see here, it's a mobile game, and I've blatantly just taken it with someone's background. Because it looked more interesting.
So congratulations, Nintendo, for winning that award.
For this game, I have never heard of.
It's a...
How deep did you have to dig to find even this new IP?
Oh, no, I knew of it. I've not played it.
It's a new IP as well, and it's on a mobile. It's not even on a Nintendo.
What makes this game, like, really...
When did that Mario mobile game come out?
About 2 years ago?
Run.
Oh, man.
What really is interesting about this game is... the character you get at the start is a random draw.
That actually looks pretty good.
So you might get like a really good character who you can just sort of charge through and just blitz everyone who's really OP. Or you might get a rubbish character and you just have to grind. So, yeah, it's... I don't know, I've not played it.
Congratulations, Nintendo, you made a game.
A new IP.
A new game.
A new game, which I'll probably make one of.
Dan, what have we got for us in March?
What are we doing in March? What happened in March, guys? Apart from, we should have done like one real world big colossal thing that happened as well. Like, if you can think of any, just yell it out.
I'll get right on that.
Oh, wait up, my envelopes are running away. On the 29th to the 23rd in March was the Game Developers Conference, where the Oculus Go, $200 US, is light and very playable. It was announced.
It was announced?
Yeah.
Yep. Have you looked at the Oculus at all? The brand new Oculus Go? It's the Facebook one.
No.
It's one Zux is all on about.
Yeah, I don't know about this. I think if I'm going to go for a new VR system, I'm going to go for a what's the other one called? The Vive.
The Vive?
Vive. I think they Vice. That doesn't sound right. What's this? The Scissors. I don't know what my own notes mean.
What are you looking at?
Scissors. Then.
Yeah, it was a first-person shooter type game that was released at the Game Developers Conference. And
all right.
It's, I mean, it looks a bit janky. And I forgot to include a video, but you play with a giant pair of scissors. That's the controller.
Yeah.
And you go around just chopping things, and like they're paper dogs. And the paper dogs come up, and you chop them with these big scissors. There were lots of
things you didn't tell me to get a video for, I've noticed.
Well, it's almost like I was planning an entire 2-hour show by myself. Who would have thought?
By yourself.
What else came out in the Game Developers Conference?
The Atari.
The Atari?
The new Atari.
The new Atari. The Atari VCS.
The old new Atari came out. The Atari VCS. That wasn't functional. Is it fixed yet?
Not that I could find out. Apparently people have played it, but the one at the conference was
just a shell.
Just a
Wasn't
shell.
even a real thing. It was
And
a
this-
USB drive.
heavy controller. That was
It's
just sitting
okay
there.
though, because at least it only retails for $300 US.
It's
Like $450 Australian.
and it had the Kickstarter.
Is that
as
400,
well.
400 Australian or something like that?
Yeah, $450.
Yeah, 450.
$450.
Got the trailer playing here.
So it will be like you'll have new and old games. It'll be a Netflix type, as you can see there, a library where you can play all the Atari games. Which it's cool, but
Asteroids and
Dude.
asteroids.
you can also download these games onto your phone.
You can fit all
for
these,
a lot cheaper than
You can
$450.
fit all these games into a JPEG like file. Like
And what I find really confusing about it as well, they will have new people developing games for it.
the controller looks good. The OG controller looks like a snazzy version of the old controller.
Yeah.
What are they making here?
Bits.
Yeah.
But
looks
what
like
really
they're making the
confuses
80s.
me about it is like Atari, when it went under, was split up into 4 or 5 different groups. So like, there's a group that owns the logo, there's a group that owns half the titles, there's another group that own the other half of the titles. It's like split up everywhere. So there's no guarantee that your favorite Atari games are actually going to come onto it.
All right.
Whatever. We'll look
That
into.
wood grain though.
Oh, looks pretty cool.
The wood grain.
That wood grain.
But
That
again,
one-
do you really want to play games from 40 years ago?
No.
No?
I don't even like playing like. I mean, as much as I love like, the Mega Drive and that, I don't like playing the games now.
Yeah.
Just collect them, and when I
Yeah.
put them in, I'm like regret. That's the reason why I used to get angry as a child, because these games were bad.
Okay. What else we got?
So I digress. Detective Pikachu was released in the West.
Yeah. Now, you haven't played this game, have you?
No.
I have.
Does it have Ryan Reynolds doing the voice?
No, it's a gruff voice like this.
Oh, really?
I'm Pikachu. That's why people wanted Danny DeVito to voice him and not Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, that makes more sense
What
now.
is it?
Now I get the memes.
Yeah, he was a gruff detective man.
Why did they make... Oh, they just wanted to give him a badass detective. They could have got Bob Hoskins. Was he dead?
He's long dead.
He was so good in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
And even better in Mario Brothers, the movie, where he was stabbed and almost died a couple of times. Anyway, Detective Pikachu. It was a good game.
You're never going to be able to get it uprated.
I know, I want to.
That's what his girlfriend tells him.
Oh, that's mean.
Michaela? Sup?
It's weirder when you can call them
Not
by
Brayden.
name.
Yeah, maybe not yell out her name on a live stream. And I'm gonna keep going. And then Ni no Kuni 2 was released, the Studio Ghibli game.
Yeah, you played that, didn't you?
I bought the first one. I probably played it for at least 14 minutes.
Oh wow, 14. That's a new record.
It
for you.
is for me, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't my thing. I just got an explosion of it being too kiddie.
Just in your face.
It's too Pokemon. I didn't like it.
Oh really?
It's
Or-
very
well,
Pokemon.
it's
The first
really
one is.
Pokemon?
Yeah.
The first one's really Pokemon.
Ooh. Maybe I should look into this.
Yeah, you
I didn't
should.
even,
I thought you
even
would've.
actually know it was Pokemon. I just got the vibe it was like Pokemon.
So what do you do?
No, it
You
totally
catch
is.
small
So,
people?
There's like these small creatures. I'm gonna find footage and bring it up quickly while we're talking about it, because now we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Because you've never heard of this. I thought you would have heard of this.
I've heard of it. I heard of Ni no Kuni 2 and I've seen
I've
the
got it down
videos.
there.
But I've never played it because, again, I like talking about games. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm good at them.
Yeah, no, that's game. So obviously it's going to have the most beautiful graphics and what is it called? Design, because Ghibli.
Really?
It's
The
stuck on-
most.
it's stuck on an N there, Brayden.
The
I know
most?
your keyboard is dead.
All right, it's going to be the most. I'm going to just check it out here in this official Guinness World
Ooh.
Record Video
Nice.
Gamers Edition to see if Ni no Kuni 2 is indeed the most beautiful graphics. Dan, what can you tell us about this book?
So this book, what is it exactly called?
Guinness World Records Gamers Edition 2019.
So this was given to us as a birthday present by one of our Patreon supporters.
Oh, really?
Birthday? Did I say birthday? Christmas present.
It's someone's birthday.
Happy
birthday.
And
birthday.
who?
Happy birthday!
Don't do that.
Oh, happy birthday.
By Patreon
birthday.
supporter Ash. He saved up with his own money. He's a young supporter, and you can do that one, Brayden.
Yeah.
Just anywhere will
Keep
do.
talking about Ash.
Yeah, and
I
so
have a-
Ash, he bought this for us because he thought we'd like it, and we do. We actually love it. It's got all these actual things that I didn't know in it. We love it so much, Ash, and thank you very much from me, Ben, and Brayden.
Did you know that the longest wait for a game re-release was Street Fighter 2 for the Super Nintendo? 30 years. I have one of them, and I got the rare Blanca cart. the green one instead of the red one.
Nice.
Just-
So we got a bit of Nino Kunai Mini Mini on at the moment.
Yep.
And as you can see, it is very like. Look at this thing. It is.
That is
beautiful.
pretty cool, actually.
It's like a cartoon.
Do you catch that small duck thing?
Yep, you betcha.
Got him.
It's like a Pokemon.
Is it seriously like a Pokemon game?
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't played this.
So you got this game, Dan?
Yeah. See, look at the little man with his nose.
It's Snot Lamp.
That's Droopy.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'll be playing that. Anyway,
Yeah.
we should probably get on with the show.
Get
not
on it,
talk
Ben.
about games.
Get on it.
All right, next award time. The award for the best hype fail of 2018. Now, this is an award given to the game which had promised so much and delivered so little. And the nominees are Fallout 76 for their game.
For their game.
Bethesda for their game Fallout 76.
For their glitch.
Diablo Immortal. The PUBG Joker and Harley skins.
Oof.
PUBG, just die. And the Philip Mewson Dead Cells review controversy. Philip Mewson, what a tool.
What happened?
Classic.
Well, I don't. What's his Dead Cells review?
Oh, we'll go into that. Don't worry, that's coming.
We're talking about that.
And the winner for the award for best hype fail goes to Fallout 76. Congratulations.
Yeah.
At least you won something.
In a way.
That video, it was within the same year they announced it as well.
Yeah.
The game.
They announced at E3, I think.
Yeah, at E3. Don't get me wrong, I don't 100% agree with this award. Like, I still think it's a great game.
Do you think it's great textures?
They're loading now. Look at them.
Some of them.
Some of them are there.
They're loading now. Dan started playing this game 4 years ago, and they've just started to come up now.
I'm shooting that guy in the head. Yeah, but yeah, I understand how it wasn't what people wanted. It was a bit buggy. A
little bit.
It was basically a beehive of a game. But it's got its there. Once they fix it all up, if it runs, look at that. Even the video doesn't run smoothly.
It's just creeping and infecting everything.
Yeah.
It's a plan by Bethesda to take over the world with their virus.
Nice.
All right, should we move on to April?
Yeah. What happened in April, Ben?
Okay, well, 25 years ago, 1993, on April 3rd, a little game called Mortal Kombat 2 was released. Now, we need to talk about this for a little bit, Dan. Mortal Kombat 2, my goodness, if there was ever a step up between arcade games, it was Mortal Kombat 2 over Mortal Kombat 1. Look at this game.
It is amazing.
It's just like the sprites seem to be it seems to be a little bit more focused on the sprites as opposed to the background that was in Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah.
And
But so I think that made it better.
there's obviously more frame rates for the characters to
yeah,
move.
There's so many more.
And
More than 6?
You need more than 6?
And they started he towards down, high kick, towards down, towards high punch, rips the head off. Oh no, you put him in the Deadpool. That was a bit of a glitch.
Oh, you can't see it.
Oh,
On the
no.
Oh, well.
it doesn't matter.
It's alright.
It was a glitch.
But this was a really, really excellent game, and a game I still like to play. It's a little bit rough by today's standards. They hadn't worked out the combo system that Street Fighter did really, really well.
But they're remaking it.
Well, supposedly.
Yeah, they're remaking it with the, what's it called? Frostbite? No.
Blind Monkey.
Unreal.
I think.
Unreal Engine.
Unreal 4, yeah.
I would play that. Like, there's nothing, because it'll be one that's, why wouldn't I? It'll look great.
Yeah, no, it was a great game. So it's 25 years old now.
Nice.
Bet you all feel old. Okay, PAX East was held in Boston, where State of Decay 2 was shown for the first time. Did you play State of Decay 2?
Or the first one.
No.
No?
No. Wait, I played State of... Maybe I did?
It was that
No, I played the first
survival.
one. Yeah, I really enjoyed the first one. I love the idea of like going to houses, building them up, going out and doing runs for getting stuff, but in a way that didn't feel like it was how it had been done before, and like looting stuff and taking it back. It was just a really fun survival game. It's hard. There's a real balance in doing a survival game where it feels like a fun survival.
Yep.
And then just a horrible grind. So oh my god, I'm so thirsty. I got that a bit in the forest when I think I get dysentery or something in the forest and I couldn't maintain my water or something. Yeah.
No, that was Fallout.
That was Fallout, yeah. I didn't like that either.
State of Decay 2 was released this year, I believe, and wasn't met with rounding applause either. Something that was released is Yakuza 6.
Yeah.
You enjoyed that, didn't you?
Yeah, I like Yakuza 6. No.
I didn't.
No. I played the original. No.
No, you played 6 as well. You played Kiwami
and
Yakuza 6.
I didn't get all the way through because of 6, so yeah, I dropped it. But like,
Is that
a
because
game has to be like
half the game was like a
pretty much
cutscene?
at the start of the show when I said my 3 games that
Yep.
I like. They're the 3 games I finished this year. I had to put it down to like, how am I going to choose what game I like this year? The ones you finished.
Yeah.
Except I didn't finish God of War yet.
On the
But I'm gonna.
20th of April, we had a little game come out that took the world by storm. People from all around were just loving this so much that they just couldn't help but talk about it everywhere. And that game was a little thing called Nintendo Labo.
I didn't get any footage of this on purpose.
Nintendo Labo actually outsold God of War
Hang on.
on the
To
same
start
day.
with, really?
To start with, yeah.
It kind of looks like this.
God damn
If
it.
you want some footage for Nintendo Labo, I got a Nintendo Labo for you. Here you go. Nintendo Labo.
You made a hat.
Yeah.
It's a Labo hat. That's
made a
exclusive. That's the next DLC coming to Nintendo Labo.
It's super effective.
But yes, God of War was released on the 20th as well, the same day as Labo, and here we are. Now, you know who the stranger is, Dan? Do you know who this stranger is?
Yeah, it's, what's his name?
Boulder?
Boulder.
All right, so we can talk about that now. Braden and I had
He's
to
the guy
give each other...
he's the guy that owns the gate.
Yeah. Well,
Baldur's Gate.
how much of the Norse mythology are you familiar with?
As much as I've learnt in this game so far.
Okay, so
That's fair.
in Norse
no,
mythology,
I've seen the Marvel films.
Boulder isn't in those films.
I know. That's why I don't know who he is.
Boulder
I still
is-
haven't. There's still spoilers coming for me.
Yeah, well, Boulder is Thor's brother, younger brother.
Oh yeah, I got that.
And
hang on.
his death brings her out Ragnarok. It signals the
Oh,
start.
don't
of
say
Ragnarok.
that. I don't know that.
It's Norse mythology.
Yeah, but I didn't
It's
know-
been around for hundreds of years.
I didn't actually know that.
Well, it's not like he's going to die, is it? Look at it. Yeah, Kratos here. He throws an
Oh,
axe at him.
I assume Kraus is somehow going to kill him.
This is the best superhero fight in a game.
It really is.
This actual fight,
Like,
yeah.
throws a mountain on him.
It's just ridiculous.
He throws a mountain on him.
Like,
How
this
wonderful
is
is
just,
this
this
game?
is just the start of the fight where you're like, oh yeah, it's a punchy, axey fight, and then it just keeps building up and
Let's
up.
see if I
Skip
can-
forward, Brayden.
Well, when you don't even
There,
know...
there.
There he goes. Oh, he's about to throw
Yeah,
a...
wait, no, we'll get into it.
Bush bar. Oh, mate, you want to get up here? Get
Oh,
into this rock,
oh.
mate. Get in there. Get in
Get
there.
in there.
It's like watching the UFC.
But what I really like, and it's just a testament to the writing of this
Or
game...
hanging at the Tonsley on a Saturday.
A testament to this game is the fact that there's just a knock on the door and this guy yelling, and you don't know who this guy is.
Boom.
And Kratos thinks he puts him away pretty quickly.
Look at all the world just falling apart from their fight. And he's like, oh, I'm bugging up. I'm going to have a beer.
Kratos takes it easy on him, and like as you mentioned just before, it's a slow build to this massive superhero brawl, and it's just awesome. And they're both spent at the end. Oh, what a moment! What a game! And then on the 23rd, the Fractured Butthole was released. Fractured Butthole.
I reckon I got some Fractured Buttholes
You did,
footage.
because there's a classic.
Yeah.
I haven't played these games. I've heard that they're really good.
Oh man, they're so fun. This is just the opening. Look at the sharks
The opening
in
fight.
the puddle. Yeah, this is a solid RPG.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like with a battle system that works really good. Like, yeah, it's just really well done. Like it doesn't involve just like this like fart jokes and everything. Like the actual like gameplay, you have to sit there and think about what you're gonna do, like XCOM style.
Right.
Like this is all pretty. You see, like your attacks have different like
Reaches in the grips.
reaches, and
Yep.
certain attacks knock players back and do stuff like that. And there's all this like stuff to work out. It's a brilliant game. For the first one,
Yeah.
this one.
Oh, they polished it here.
Oh, there's a bit of swearing there.
No.
It's
All right.
fine.
Okay, time for our next award. Our next award goes to most graphics.
Most graphics.
So this award goes to the game that had the most graphics in 2018. And the nominees are, for most graphics, Red Dead Redemption 2, God of War, Spider-Man, and Octopath Traveler.
I was going to say Octodad Traveler.
And the winner for the 2018 award for most graphics goes to Red Dead Redemption 2
Yeah.
from Rockstar Studios.
This game's graphics are amazing.
Look at that horse.
Look at that horse.
Look at those
he's not
horse
even,
balls.
He's not even walking. Got a great video here of a guy just standing
Sitting
on
a
a
horse. I've been watching a lot of fail blogs or the glitches in Red Dead 2.
Here we go.
lately.
Look, this shows off. Look at it. It shows off the beauty.
It does.
Yeah.
But some of the glitches are hilarious. Like I was watching one today where Arthur's fishing, and then you see something in the water, and then like this head pops up, and a guy in a canoe comes out from underneath the water and rows up onto the bench, and he gets out, walks around, and then just runs back into the water.
Oh,
It's
weird.
fantastic.
Yeah, the glitches are great because like even the NPCs realise they've done something wrong.
Yeah.
And they're like, something's not right here. Like
There was another one where you had to chase a guy and he jumped out a window and you jumped out after him and you get on your horse and he's just standing there, like obviously glitched, and you got your lasso and just threw it at him and it just hit him and fell to the ground. He's just standing there and you couldn't complete the mission.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah, that
fantastic.
sucked. But yeah, this game, great graphics.
Great story as well. Here we go. Hang on, we'll just
Oh,
watch
let's
this.
just
We'll
watch this guy.
Here we go.
Hey man,
Yeah! Got him!
oh, that was so loud. Peeking my mics. And yeah, for the podcasters out there,
Guy
we're
just got
watching a
kicked in the
man
head.
get kicked by a horse in Red Dead Redemption.
I think
All
he
right,
steal his money.
Let's move on.
Let's soldier
I
on.
don't need to be
Okay.
here less than 14 hours.
Dan, what happened in May?
May 2018.
May.
That's like that was my cool animation.
May.
So on the 4th of May, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze came out.
The 8th of May. The 8th of May.
4th of May.
I know.
Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. I got it. I played it for a little while. Haven't played it since.
Well, I've got it and haven't played
On the
it.
18th, Hyrule Warriors is just written down here. Is that the
Yeah, the re-release. Yep.
Yeah, the re-release of Hyrule Warriors came out on the 18th. Also on the 18th came Little Nightmares, one of my favorite streams.
Yeah.
that
Tell
I
us
did.
about this. You didn't get to talk about this, so have a chat now.
Well, yeah, as you can see here, this is just a bit where this is actually me playing it. By the way, you can't see. There I am there in the bottom corner. See down there?
You're the one with the headphones on.
No, I'm the cat.
Oh.
And so yeah, Ben went over this. You went over this pretty. Oh dear, this is me.
Don't get distracted by you, Dan.
By my own stream. Yeah, so you play a little boy or girl. I'm not quite sure. It's a girl.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And
He or she is called Six.
you're on this ship.
Dan, don't get distracted by your dad. So narcissistic.
I know, and it's basically it's like in the vein of Limbo, in the vein of Inside, in the vein of all those games where you're a child trying not to die horrible deaths the whole way through. But as it goes like through and through, you realize that you're not the nicest child that you may know.
It's got a claymation type feel to it.
Yeah, it's just beautiful. There's a bit in the game which I probably should have put in there where you're right. It's not in this video. You're running like away from a whole ship of massively obese people that are rolling down a corridor and they're smashing everything.
They're the ones who come to eat the children.
Yeah, they come to eat. But yeah, this game was brilliant. I mean, Hyrule Warriors came out on the same day. So.
Yeah, well, it's a tough choice.
Yeah, it's a tough choice. Next up, we've got on the 22nd, the Mega Man Legacy, Legacy 1 and 2 came out. So
Right.
they're the what are they again? The remake.
No, they're just a re-release of all the Mega Man games.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the remakes of the like a remastery kind of HD version of them.
Yeah, sort of like that what they did with the Disney DuckTales and all that last year.
Yeah. I'm gonna move you on from that. And then on the 29th came out Agony.
You love this
I
game.
want to talk about Agony for a
This
little
game
while.
was panned by everyone.
So this game is a game where you start off and you're in hell. They wanted to get a really accurate representation of hell.
Accurate representation.
Of what
From the source material.
Yeah, from the source of like the paintings.
They got
From all the
developers
scientific
to go
journals.
To hell.
So what happened is, as soon as it came out in Australia, Australian government just naffed it. They're like, nah, you can't bring it out. It's too gross. That
It's almost like we have
So they bought out a modified version of it, and it was rubbo. It was like the most rubbish thing. They had to take out so much stuff. And the only reason I know this because eventually they bought out after so much head badness.
Head badness.
So much stuffing around. They eventually they kept saying we're going to bring out the unrated version. Then the unrated version got banned. Then they said no, we've put that away. And then the unrated version got banned again. I think it got banned 3 times, and eventually they bought it out and we got it. But like when you see the actual version of it that is out, it is absolutely terrifyingly disgusting.
Right.
There's stuff in there that I can't even say that's happening in it. And there's a reason why this game probably got banned. We probably shouldn't show much more. Bring it into the little one, Braden, just in case.
Just in case.
Yeah. So but for fans of like the grotesqueness, this game is pretty cool.
Yep.
It gets a bit buggy. They've cleared most of it up now. So if you get it now, it's a great game.
Okay.
Back then though, it was like the biggest moronic like thing that was. You can see this is so I've chosen the buggy version here to show you guys. It was broken as anything. Look at it.
It looks it.
But anyhow, yeah. We could go on to this forever, but I'm not going to.
They recently announced a sequel.
It's Agony 2.
No,
Agony.
It's another one. No, I put it up on the Facebook page, as I do a lot of news. It's over on the Facebook page. I tagged you in it.
Yeah.
Agonia.
Agonia?
Agony.
Is that what it's called?
No.
No, it's Braden trying to be funny.
Oh, so
Just humour him.
Agony Reloaded.
This time it's personal.
Yeah.
Hey, so on the 29th, what happened then?
On the 29th, Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection came. So Ben got this one. I didn't get this one. So this is basically just a redo of all the.
No, it's all the arcade ports.
Yeah.
So the very first Street Fighter,
this is
all the way through to Street Fighter Third Strike, as well as all the updates that came as well. So Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, Street Fighter 2 Hyper, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, new challenges, Third Strike. They're all there. They're all really good ports. You can map the buttons. Great collection.
How good is the video I chose? This is someone mapping the buttons. Then, do you remember that happening? Look at this. A whole bunch of other stuff that happens in there as well. You get all your bits and bobs.
Yeah, you unlock artwork.
Go back there. Yeah, and all sorts of stuff.
But this is a really great collection.
It also has the OG one in it that I thought was in this video, but it's clearly not.
The OG, I've got the OG one on my arcade machine. Like, I've got the original board. Not the one where the original arcade.
Jammer?
Yeah, the jammer.
Wheel?
The jammer board. Originally, when Street Fighter first came out, they didn't have joystick and buttons. They had punch pads where you had to hit it, varying intensity, in order to do light, medium, and heavy attacks.
Really?
Yeah.
So weird.
Didn't last very long because they all broke.
Is it like that? Remember that punching game in the arcade or the arm wrestling one? You remember that?
Yeah,
the arm wrestling one was rad.
All right, time for our next award, Dan.
So I'm doing May.
Yes.
So on May the 4th.
No, we've done May. We've just did that. We're doing awards now.
Awards.
Dan just really liked May.
Yeah.
It's when Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah.
Alright, so award of most entertaining controversy within a video game.
Whoa. Oh, no, just to do with videos and games in that order.
Well, so the nominees are number 1, Philip Mewson's plagiarizing debacle.
And we'll get into that a little bit later on.
Which was oof.
That was hilarious.
The Spider-Man puddle. The outrage of the missing puddle.
How dare they?
Fallout 76. Everything
to do with Fallout 76.
Was wrong with it.
That was hilarious as well.
The World Horse?
The World Horse. The World Horse came down and wished us all happy carrots.
Happy carrots. The World
Health
Organization, gaming disorder.
Yes. Did you get the boring ass footage as I put in there?
No, you didn't put that in my original list.
There was, because there was the most boring footage ever from someone being interviewed, and then they had someone playing a Switch, and it's just like 5 minutes of someone sitting there, the camera close in on the Switch, and they're just playing like this.
I'm going to show you this list afterwards.
And
it didn't have any of this stuff in it.
It's in there.
It's not. Not the one you gave.
Anyway, the winner for the most
the winner of the most entertaining controversy of 2018 is that's my drum roll.
Yep,
is
very good.
The Spider-Man puddle.
There we go. Look at outrageous. How dare they take away that puddle?
As you can see here, we have the top view of what they showed at E3, what the game was going to look like. And as you can see, there is a beautiful puddle there.
Great puddle. I love puddles. That's what I buy games for.
Oh, man. I've got like 45 sets of Wellington boots.
You should see all the puddles out the back of the studio that Dan just keeps.
Oh, dude, I make puddles every day. Like yellow puddles. And then we see the dry version of the actual release.
Outrageous.
Underneath that. And where are the puddles? They've dried up. It is quite different, actually. Now look at it.
But Insomniac,
I think Spider-Man looks better in the bottom one, though.
Well, of course he does, because the top one's a pre-release build. But they did rectify this. Insomniac Games rectified this by giving you stickers that you can put over and make puddles for yourself. So there you go.
They did it. They did it good, didn't they? They stuck it to those gamers, broke it off, went down to the pub, and laughed like a hearty man.
My God, you're Australian. Okay.
So yeah, I always stick it in and break it off. Being Australian and all.
Okay, we're
where are we up to
combining June and July together now. So, 1978, 40 years ago, in June, Space Invaders was released upon the world. And here it is. What a fantastic game. Man, I love this game. So simple.
So 1978, the year someone awesome was born. Me.
Space Invaders.
Space Invaders came out. Look at this game. Should we just watch this for the next 2 hours?
All right, sounds good.
I'm pretty sure this is a 2-hour video.
Boom.
Dan,
Boom.
do a stream
Boom.
of Space Invaders.
Boom. Boom. Boom.
Oh, man.
Boom.
Nah.
No.
Alright, let's moving on.
All right. On the 5th of June, Shaq Fu was released.
Right, we gotta show a bit of this.
Oh, this game. So, if you out there like boring platformers that take about 2-3 hours to finish, full of misogyny and sexual innuendo, and what's the bad one? Phobic, thank you. Homophobic jokes. Then child kitty jokes. Yeah, they're in there.
As in CP ones?
Yeah.
Whoa. Are they really?
Voiced by a former basketballer who has nothing better to do
Is it really
except
him?
get really fat. Then Shaq Fu is the game for you.
Bit rough. Didn't have to.
Oh, this
Didn't
game's
have to body
awful.
shame him.
Don't have to body shame him.
Okay, well, sorry, Shaq, if you're listening.
Big fan.
Pink.
No, it's not good. It's not a good game. I was gifted this game.
Oh,
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, I was gifted this
Put it
game.
into the small. Oh, yeah, get rid of it.
Just getting rid of it.
Next, what do we got?
All right, but Michael Towns, thank you very much for gifting this game to me.
Did he?
He did.
All right, we're gonna kick him out of Patreon.
No, we're not. His money's still good. Microsoft acquired Undead Labs, who do State of Decay. Playground Games, who did all the Forza Horizon games. Compulsion Games, which did We Happy Few. And Ninja Theory, which do the Devil May Cry games.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So that was the first part of their major acquisition. They acquired 7 studios over the course of this year, gearing up for their 2020 release of whatever the Xbox Scarlet's going to be. So Phil Spencer, he clearly has a game plan that he's working towards, and some big things expecting to come out of them next year, and of course in 2020. Mm-hmm. Hollow Knight for the Switch came out finally on the 12th of June. Team Cherry,
Finally,
I've been wanting it to come out. It was supposed to come out for the Wii U.
came on the PCs first, didn't it?
It did. It came out on Steam. But it came out for the Switch.
I got it on Switch.
So did I. Cool game. Beautiful looking.
very, very cool.
Took
Very hard.
It's it is a hard game. It takes a lot to get through. What did you think about it, Dan? Bearing in mind, Team Cherry are coming on the show again very soon.
No, I did. I really enjoyed it. I like the bug vibe.
Bug vibe.
I liked it. I like its amount of grinding. There's a bit of a grind in there, but I didn't mind it.
Yep.
Yeah, I liked its vibe. It's like, I just like everything about it.
I really enjoyed the art style, and I liked the it sounds weird, but I really like the gravity in it.
Oh, yeah.
Like the way, the movement of the knight when he jumps and goes around, it just feels so natural.
The amount of airtime he gets is good.
Yeah, the hang time's unbelievable.
Hang time.
And you should have seen him do the 360 jam.
Yeah, he was on fire. But then again, the other team couldn't even buy a bucket.
12 to 14 of June. Don't encourage him, Brad.
Sorry, I really like
Was-
that joke. Just
12 and 14
in
in July.
delivery.
Which was E3.
Which was E3. We did an E3 show. Go back and have a look at it. We spent the whole show talking about it. I'm not going to do the same again here. The show's long enough as it needs
Links
to
in the description.
be. On the 28th, Inside came out.
Yeah.
You recently played Inside?
I did do Inside. I did the whole game in one go. I'm
Yep.
not going to talk about it again. I did a whole thing about it. If you want to look at Inside, links in the description. I'll put it in there.
Wolfenstein 2 came out on the 30th of June.
Ooh,
Did you play that one?
Yep. The what's it called? New Order? No, that was the first one.
New Colossus. Rise of the Colossus. Something
Yeah,
Colossus.
yeah. Rise of the Colossal.
Yeah.
Shadow of the Colossus.
Yep. Sure.
Yeah, I played that. Really, really good. I actually enjoyed the first one a bit more though.
Really?
Yeah.
Why's that?
It just kind of got a bit samey and boring. The second one I found, it just didn't have the oomph and the awesomeness of the first one.
Right. But BJ Blazkowicz was still your boy?
It was still in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then moving on into July, on the 13th, Octopath Traveler Greystar Systems. I love this game.
Yeah.
I
It was good.
love
good,
this
good.
game. You played it a little bit more than me, I believe.
A little bit more.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Well-
maybe like
What were your thoughts about it? I mean, I really liked the art style of it. Funnily enough. Very Chrono Trigger. I would love to see a Chrono Trigger game remade like this.
I got a bit sick of it, but I got to admit, I got a bit sick of it.
How many hours did you put into it?
To like 35.
35 hours. Pretty good.
But I just kind of went like, you know what? It's time to shelf it.
The one thing I didn't like about it
Not
was
shelf it, but yeah, I didn't put it in my bum.
the voice acting. The voice acting was just,
Yeah, but like what I had a problem with mostly with it is I wanted to when those like really long spoken, you know, like cutscenes came in.
Oh, and they just talk.
It was just talking.
Well, Cyrus, I guess I'll be seeing you later.
And then it stopped,
okay.
paused, and you couldn't even keep skipping like the. It would just talk so slowly, and I just
showed their thinking.
Yeah. Yes. It just had
dot.
pauses. I just wanted a picture of what the characters looked like on the side. You know how they do it in the other RPGs where you get an actual drawn picture? I just needed that, and that would have kept me going. But the fact that there were always these little sprites, and that's all you could ever see them as.
Yeah.
There is one picture in one of the menus that you can see what the characters look like, but it really needed that in there. I felt that was its big downfall. But it is a very, 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 very... Like, you can go so deep on this game if you want. Which I didn't.
To it.
But yeah, I didn't want to in the end.
Sorry.
Yeah, no.
No Man's Sky came out on the 24th. What? I hear you yell at the screen. No Man's Sky came out a year ago, you jerk. Well, thank you. But it was also re-released and completed and actually looks closer to the game that they actually said it was going to be.
So there was a couple of... There's the No Man's Sky New and then No Man's Sky Next. We're looking at footage of Next at the moment.
So this is the full build. They actually had quests in there, and it was a lot more than just a dull battery sim when it first came out.
Yeah, and the flying looks a lot better as well.
I actually fell into the hype for this game and pre-ordered it and digitally got it, and I was...
Have you updated it though?
Yeah, I've updated it. I've had a go at playing the new one.
Oh, look at that guy.
But, you know, it's just... Like, had this come out and I'd not played it, I probably would have got into it a little bit more. But I sunk like 20 hours into the original one, and I'm just burnt out from it now.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Same with me, Octopath. Great game, but I'm just burnt out.
Like
Are they donuts on the ground?
Yes, they're mystical
donut flowers.
Yep, it's randomly generated. It's pretty cool. They put a Minecraft type game mode in there as well, which is pretty cool. But I think it's just too little, too late for me. I've got the game sitting there. I might go back to it again.
What do you got it on?
PlayStation 4.
Maybe I'll borrow it off you.
You can't. It's on my drive. Remember that part when I just said I downloaded it?
Ship. Oh no, that's no ship.
That's a Sentinel. Yeah. Those things attack you if you damage the environment too much, which is really annoying. Like, really annoying.
Because that's the majority of the game.
Yeah, just destroying the environment.
You will be punished for doing the game.
Now, on the 24th of July, something happened. The IGN, a little website you may have heard of called IGN, Imagineers Gaming Network, had their Nintendo editor, who also hosted the podcast at the time.
The postcard.
Philip Mewson was called out for plagiarizing a Dead Cells review.
Let's have a look at that Dead Cells review. Oh dear. The video is no longer due to a copyright claim. Oh dear.
That joke fell flat.
No, it
But
didn't.
Philip Mewson.
Wait, no, put a laugh track in. You actually can write exclamation mark, laugh.
You have these things set up.
Yeah, all of
That's
them.
excellent.
He needs a list.
If you write exclamation mark command, it'll show you them all.
So Philip Mewson was called out for blatantly copying someone else's review on Dead Cells to the point where he took out paragraphs and just swapped a few words around. It was ridiculous, and he was called out almost straight away on Reddit. IGN, to their credit, pulled the review straight away and had an interview. And the next day, Philip Mewson was released of his duties. Now that should probably be the end of it.
The end of the news story, but it's not.
No, because Philip Mewson then went online and said he was innocent and he didn't plagiarize, even though he was found to have been plagiarized, and then dared people at Kotaku to find more examples of him plagiarizing.
Yeah, like I didn't go through my stuff. It's fine.
So they did, and found out that every single review he did for IGN and then for his own personal channel before it were all plagiarized. He had done nothing but copy and change a few words. Even his resume was plagiarized.
Yeah.
Like, to the point where I don't actually think he understands what plagiarism is.
I don't think that's even his name. Someone else's.
So he was called out in the worst possible way and found out to be the fraud that he is. But I had a look at his channel the other day, and he's still getting thousands of views. So like, just stop it. Like the guy is scum. And then other stories came out about him like trying to casually get people to do all his work for him.
Yeah,
pretending he's a real nice guy.
Yeah,
and, could you help me with this?
There's a whole bunch of people come up with
like
it.
he was just an awful person.
Anyhow.
Anyway, he's shot himself in the foot. No one will ever hire him again. Philip Mewson, congratulations on being a joke of a human. All right, no awards for this one. Let's go straight into August, Dan.
August. What happened in the month of August? The month of re-releases. It's often known as.
Is it?
Well, this year it was, apparently. As you can tell, Ben wrote on my notes.
As you can tell, Dan didn't go through them at all, even though he had them a couple of weeks ago. Dan.
Oh, this is a horrible one.
Yeah, I know. That's why I gave it to you.
Yeah, so there was just a breeze over this little light one.
No, we'll be a little bit somber for a moment because it is something.
On the 26th, there was a mass shooting at a Madden tournament in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gentleman lost his match and pulled out a gun and shot his opponent and some other people around before turning the gun on himself. Right. Awful stuff. I don't really like joking or making...
There's a Madden football, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, it was a Madden tournament.
John Madden?
Yeah, so...
I don't think that's John Madden's football's fault. That dude probably was on a knife edge.
No, he had issues, that it was proven, but...
Let's just not talk about this.
No, just be safe. Like...
Yeah,
games are just games, and just take them as that.
Be good to one another.
Yeah, don't. Yeah,
be beautiful.
Please, just
be beautiful to one another.
Give everyone hugs and kisses. Okay, let's move on. I didn't want to bring it up, but I thought it was important enough that we did have to sort of signify that yes, this did happen this year, and yes, it's an awful thing. And just think about the victims of it, and the complete and utter waste of human life over a game. It's very sad.
So they made Yakuza 0.
They made it on the 1st and released it the same day? Holy crap.
Released it on the 1st. They released Yakuza 0 remake.
Yep. Did you play that one, or was that the demo that I played and had to wait 20 hours for the opening cutscene to finish?
Yeah, no, I played it.
What'd you think?
It was a Yakuza game.
They're
all the same, man.
Watch a 2-hour cut scene and...
45 minutes.
Yeah, whatever.
On the 7th, Dead Cells came out.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Dead Cells for a while. Have you played Dead Cells much?
No.
Not much at all?
No. I've played it a little bit.
It's a rogue?
It's a roguelike.
Yeah, roguelike.
Man, it's a cool game. I haven't got up to the final boss yet, but from
there are
what
a
I
lot
could tell...
of cool, weird weapons in this game.
Yeah.
What is the footage I get? They get the one that's got the traps?
Possibly.
He can throw bear traps at people.
But again, like Celeste, you die and respawn pretty much straight away. And that's what is needed.
Look at him smashing through doors. Like, he doesn't even open them. He's just like, nah, I don't have time to open them. I'll just destroy them.
Yeah. And he's got a huge smoking eyeball for a head.
It's got that kind of weird, Dark Soulsy vibe as well.
Yeah,
kind of,
very much.
Like the repeat. I suppose that's a rogue.
And who would have thought that so many pixel games would have been so high on these lists this year?
Yeah.
Like, really, Hollow Knight, Celeste... Dead Cells, The Messenger, were all really highly praised games. And it's not for the graphics.
Nearly won everything.
Yeah, it's not for the graphics. And this
gameplay.
Is what I personally feel. Like, graphics aren't that big a deal. It's the game.
No, they are a bit of a deal.
They're not that much.
They are.
They're not.
This game has...
Go back to your puddles, Dan.
This game has awesome graphics.
It is, but it's a pixelated game.
Yeah, but it's like a good pixelated game.
Yeah.
Like, this could be not pixelated and it'll still look good.
True.
The art style was amazing.
Yeah. It's a stylistic choice. It's not just they only know how to do pixels.
What came out next?
What are we going here? On the 21st... on the 9th, Monster Hunter Generations and Okami HD on the Switch and Yakuza 3 came out.
So I played Okami HD on my flight to Japan earlier this year in October.
Great game.
Yeah, it is. It's done really, really well. It's a great little Wind Waker type game for the Switch until we get Wind Waker. It's a Zelda-like. Yeah, thumbs up all around. Really, really pretty.
And then on the 21st was the Shenmue 1 and 2 remake. Now, we got footage of this. Great. Just seeing this right now is blowing my mind. You got to remember this footage here.
Yep.
This is the days just coming out of like the Super Nintendo days.
Yep.
This is how like gnarly the Dreamcast was. This is like... And this was an open world game where you can walk around the 1960s Japan.
seeing those textures is just giving me flashbacks.
I mean, I love it. Look how good he is.
He's a goof.
And the voice actor of the Australian voice, I mean, the English voice actor was so good. He was such a dummy.
Really?
Like, you just be like, hey, what are you doing? He goes, I should go do that. This is great. Like, and you could go to, like, you know, it was like kind of that open world. You could go to a convenience store. If you want, you could go to all the gachapon machines and get gachapons, and you get like Sonic ones and stuff, and you can collect them. And at the time, like with the your gachapon, with the Dreamcast, you had your the Dreamcast. What are they called? Like the
memory card.
Memory cards, and you could like trade on the line, like with like you know your different ones with other people that had it and stuff. Like it was such a good game.
You excited for Shenmue 3?
Nah, no, gonna play. That's rubbish. But yeah, and you're solving the murder. Like, look here. There's actually even a bit in it where you actually get a job and you actually have to go to work every day in the game for like weeks and then do a forklift like job, like you know, in a factory in a warehouse, and you have to do it. You have to actually do your work. It's amazing.
For 8 hours?
Yeah, like, time was a little bit quicker, but yeah, and then you knock off at the end, and then in the time between night, like after work, you have to try and solve your dad's murder. So good. Look at these badass girls. Get out of my space, schoolboy. Yeah. Anyhow, that came out. I don't reckon it's a game that anyone could actually get into that hasn't been into it.
Okay, so you can't really jump on.
Yeah, you won't be able to get back into it. I mean, like if you go back now and do it, you're just like, nah. But and where was I? And then on the 28th, Yakuza Kiwami 2. Man, there's a lot of Yakuza that came out this year.
Heaps of Yakuza. A lot of remakes and a lot of new games.
Four Yakuza games came out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you play all of them?
Nah. I may as well have.
You played one.
They're all the same, yeah. I played 2 of them.
I watched 10 hours of cutscenes. That's pretty much.
My favourite bit in all of them, I've had all of them, is where you can, like, there's so many mini games in those ones. But you can actually go to the arcades and play all the old arcade games in it.
Yeah.
Like in the Sega clubs. But you go, there's like slot car racing. You know when you have those little slot cars, and you actually go there and you make your cars and you get different engines and you put them in and wheels with different groups and you actually do slot car racing and it's so fun. Like, and you just get so into winning and like the theory of it and stuff. And but like you're doing it with a bunch of 9-year-old kids and you're this gigantic Yakuza boss sitting on your hands and knees going, come on, go to this little toy car with like little kids around you cheering. It's so good. Makes no sense.
You also battle them in like Ladybug Pokemon type games as well?
Oh, yeah, you can do anything. It's the weirdest game.
All right, next award. Our next award is for greatness in microtransactions. The nominees are Assassin's Creed Odyssey for paying for getting double XP so you don't have to grind as much.
Weird.
FIFA 19 and the admission by EA of all people that players are steered towards purchasing microtransactions. Fortnite and their V-Bucks scandal. No scandal, just like you want skins. Give us money, get these mythical currency.
Like, we want more money.
And Red Dead Redemption 2 Online, trading nuggets for bars.
Yeah, right.
And the winner for greatness in microtransactions
goes
to Fortnite and their V-Bucks. Congratulations, Fortnite.
Look at them on the screen here.
Imagine how many parents
hate the V-Bucks.
Hate V-Bucks more than anything in the world.
You can buy all this stuff.
I dabble in Fortnite every now and then. And it's really cool that they're making so much money out of kids who just want to look different. And it's all about getting the rarest looking skin. It's the same thing with shiny Pokemon. Like if Pokemon introduced a way to microtransaction shiny Pokemon or things to get shiny Pokemon and you pay for it, they would make more money than they're making now.
Should do a shout out to 21 Nil Gaming as well. It's stealing their footage.
Yeah. Thanks, 21 Nil Gaming.
Thanks, Matty.
All right, let's move on to September. On September 9th, 20 years ago, 1998, a little game came out called Spyro. Little purple dragon who went around. What was he doing, Braden? You played that.
I loved it. It was great fun. It's a 3D platformer.
They've remade it.
Yeah, they redid it.
And he just fires stuff at people.
Yep. I didn't like it.
Same year. Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue was released in North America. Now, this was a remake of Pokemon... what did we get? We got Pokemon Blue, which was a remake. Man, this game, if it wasn't for this game, I may have faded away from
gaming altogether.
Yeah,
I did a couple of like 5 years of fading away from gaming.
I
Why don't
played
have a
this
GameCube?
when I was 14. Just hook, line, and sinker. Was into it. Even got into like the anime through it as well. I ended up getting all 151. I bought a copy of Red and a copy of Blue in order to trade over to myself and using one of my sister's Game Boys. 100% of this game.
Do you know what's funny about this? When you told me to download this game, you sent me this file link.
Yeah.
It was 7 hours long.
Yeah.
I'm like, "But I'll download it anyway." It was 700 meg. That's how like, that's how small I am actually. Like, even this video doesn't take up with this, like, what's on it. It's so small.
So enjoy the next 7 hours of watching someone do Pokemon Red and Blue. Where are we? On the 7th of September this year, a little game called Spider-Man was released.
Hell yeah.
Now, Dan, Brayden, you've platinumed this.
Hell yeah.
I've not finished it yet.
You need to.
I do, considering I named my daughter after Spider-Man.
Yeah, you probably should.
How good's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, by the way?
Oh my god.
I actually had a customer come in today, first one ever. He's like, "Well, first time ever I've ever walked out of a film." And what'd you see? He goes, "Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I didn't like the animation style."
Oh,
Oof.
well.
So I left.
Good on him. That's his choice. He's paid his money. He's free to do whatever
That's
he
what I
likes.
said. That's so cool, man. You can not like it.
Yeah.
And then I just moved on to another topic. But I just went, "You're the first person I've known that hasn't liked that film." Like, and I know people don't even like Spider-Man like that film.
I know. It's great. But this is very similar in that you can get all those costumes. Man, unlocking the costumes was so easy and so rewarding. The amount of unlockables you get, the DLC, I didn't play, but Brayden, you did.
Yep, I am literally knee deep in the third final
Literally.
part.
He's just bought all the copies.
Yeah,
Just on the
they're
floor of his
up to my
house.
knee. And they're great. They're so good. I love the fact that you get more costumes with it. I love the fact that they're actually continuing the story, like post game as well. It's excellent. Yeah, it's just friggin' amazing.
I'll tell you what, Dan Slott, who was the writer of Spider-Man for 10 years, and who was responsible for Spider-Verse and a lot of these costumes that you get in this game, man, I hope he's getting some money. Because him and Humberto Ramos...
Would have been the artist.
Oh, it was the artist, but it was in collaboration.
Look at that butt. That's a beautiful butt.
He's easily got the
That's
butt
the
of the year.
butt of 2018 there. Oh, look at that. The shiny light on it.
Whoa.
That's a butt I can kiss.
Fantastic game.
butt.
Any other year that wasn't God of the Ore.
God of the Ore.
Oh, my favourite game, the boating game. Botany.
Any other year that didn't have God of War or Red Dead 2, this would have been Game of the Year easily.
Yeah, true.
Now, Telltale Games have since closed their doors, but on the 7th, they also announced a majority studio closure, laying off more than 90% of its staff and cancelling all in-progress games. Another bit of a sad topic. Telltale Games have been around for years and had a lot of licenses, but I also think a lot of those licenses were the reason that they did fail. They didn't have any IP that was their own.
Yeah.
So, get revenue. So they were spending all this money for licenses like Back to the Future, Game of Thrones, what else do they have? Walking Dead, Minecraft,
Borderlands,
Batman.
Batman.
all this IP that they use, and they have to pay licensing fees. So they're not really making the amount of money that they should have been. You really need to develop your own IP if you want to stay alive.
Fool's game. Yeah, Nintendo.
They have their own IP. They just
Keep using it.
It's all they
wash, rinse,
Return.
repeat. All right, Dan, time for our next award. Have fun with this.
Am I
headline.
doing this one?
You're doing this one.
The best PS Plus and Xbox Gold game that you wouldn't have played if it wasn't free. I got through it.
You're well done.
Oh.
Nominees are...
Nominees are on my thing here. Yakuza Kiwami.
Yep.
Rhyme.
Remy.
Mighty Number 9.
Did you play that?
No.
That was awful.
And Mad Max. And the winner is by Dino Vote. Mad Max.
Mad Max, congratulations. Here it is.
I'm glad this was this one because this game is actually really cool.
Like the movie.
Yeah.
Came out of nowhere, was an excellent film, and then this game's also
This game
excellent.
has everything about this game is rad. Just imagine, if you haven't played it, just imagine a game which is like, remember Rage?
Yep.
A cross between Rage and Red Dead Redemption and Fallout. Like, that's what this game is. Like, it's awesome. Like, why was it free and why wasn't it on so many more lists of being such a cool game? Like, the fighting mechanics is awesome. It's super violent. Like,
Stabbed his spine.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a lot of leather.
Yeah, and the Aussie accents are hilarious.
Are they actual Aussie accents, or are they Americans pretending to be Aussies?
I reckon there's a bit of a mix in there, but it's got a really good
So they go like
skill tree system. The
good
car
day.
upgrading is really cool. You have like one car, you're always like upgrading and just getting new stuff for it, and it's like, look at this game. What?
Oh, I was about to say, can you throw him over that bridge? Yes, you can.
Oh, and you had your car friend as well.
Dragging a car, like finding a new body.
Your little weird dude on
Yeah,
the back
like
of your
building, construction. Everything's great in this game. Well, not real building, but yeah, you get the idea.
So if you didn't download this on PlayStation Plus,
You must as buy it.
yeah, it's probably worth the money. I've got it. It's on my to play list.
Oh, no petrol in that one. Yeah. So,
All right, October and November. Now I've got me down to talk about this. Oh, that's because you're talking about something. October and November. 20 years ago, on November 19, 1998, a little game called Half-Life came out. Damn. We've
Is this
spoken
what
about
it
it.
originally looked like?
Yeah.
this
Oh
is
my
the
God.
This is the OG Half-Life.
He's just punching the alien in the face.
It wasn't in widescreen though.
No.
Not quite.
Well, keep looking at that guy. Like, the giblets. Giblets came out.
Okay.
Giblets are my favorite things in game.
So
Yeah.
why was this game so good?
I think this game, like, what revolutionized it for everyone is that, like, it was a first-person shooter, as you can probably see, but it had this really complex story, and the whole game is one shot. It never cuts to a cutscene.
Like God of War.
Yeah, exactly the same. You know, your character never speaks. All the story is narrated by people just coming up to you going, "Oh, Gordon, what are you doing? You have to go do this and that." And no time do you really.
So it's exactly like Zelda.
Yeah, no time do people go like, "Oh, why aren't you speaking?" Like your voice is you.
Yep.
Like you're Gordon Freeman, and it just had like the mechanics of this game. There was so much variation in the. the bits just came out there. So much variation in the enemies, and then so the story was everyone. If you don't know, like you're a particle physicist, and you open up a rift to another world accidentally in a underground bunker, and then you're trying to escape. All these monsters are coming out, and everything's going haywire. And then you're waiting for the army to come in to save you. But of course, as soon as the army comes in, save you, they're on a cleanup. Kill everyone. You can't let the secret get out. So then you're like this badass scientist with a hazmat suit that is getting out. Like, so you're up against aliens. You're up against army people, but the aliens and the army people are also fighting each other at the same time. And it's just this, like, you come across situations that are hilarious. There's so many scripted gore moments as well. It's just such a fun game. The guns felt good. Look at him loading the gun there. And like, this game is old.
Yeah.
And look at it. It's still
yeah, it's 20 years.
20 years old. And look at it. It's so smooth. I mean, those boxes don't look very good, but you know.
Oh, it's the golden eye box. That's fine.
But but as we were talking about earlier on in the show, Black Mesa is the remake of this. So
now, how does this tie into Portal? Because I had no idea that Black Mesa was the.
Oh,
link.
really? So Black Mesa is the organization you work for, and the opposing competition science group is Aperture Science.
Right.
That only came about within Portal, though.
Right.
That's not written in this.
There's no Aperture Science in this.
No, not up until, but like they do exist. And of course, we all know that actually Half-Life, the actual game itself, is based on the Stephen King novella The Mist.
Right.
So, in the movie The Mist, if you guys seen it, when that the mist comes down, it's from the factory. It's from the base they talk about at the top of the mountain. That's Black Mesa. It's so cool when you think.
Really?
Yeah, and the same monsters are in the
Nice.
Mist movie. They're in
They
Half-Life
actually
2.
call it Black Mesa in the Stephen King book?
No, they just say a military base because they're not like the soldiers. But there's soldiers in it that come down from it and say, "We released something," and like very, very cool. So I don't know how that happened and how it ties in with Stephen King and how if Stephen King gets, you know what I mean? I don't know how that works, but it's definitely it. There's no denying.
Stephen King's a pretty cool dude. Like his short stories, he allows film students at the local college near him to buy his short stories for $1 and write them into film
films?
scripts.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
What
he's such a dude.
what a dude. Anyhow, I'm not gonna do my 45-hour stream on.
Good, because I
Wow.
have to talk about another game that came out on November 21, 20 years ago. Little Nintendo IP called The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. And we
Now-
can see here on the screen, that's little girl Zelda. She's 7 years old there.
Now you
10 years old.
You got me this folder down, and you specifically said you wanted this scene.
Yeah, because it's the scene that people recognize.
Is it?
Yeah, and if you look in the windows before you go and talk to Zelda, it's got pictures of
Mario.
Mario and Yoshi and everything.
I saw that in there.
A little bit
I
of an
thought you
Easter egg.
Zelda had one where he's riding his horse on the terrain or something.
No, because it's not as impressive with the whole Breath of the Wild
Fair enough.
brilliance.
Nice.
But this game, for me,
It's it.
like, I loved Zelda. Like, I was always a Mario guy. This is the game that's flipped me from being a Mario guy to a Zelda guy.
Nice.
So, yeah, I don't know whether it was because at 20 years ago, how old was I? I was in my teens.
50.
I was in my teens. Yeah, so for me, it's got a real special place. It was the first game that I 100%ed. Yeah, I finding those Skulltulas, finding little Easter eggs like this is the first game where you. Oh no, it's not, because if you attack the cuckoos in Link to the Past, they attack you as well. But yeah, it's just an amazing game to play. The Water Temple, although it was balls, it wasn't as hard as everyone makes it out to be. Jubbu Jubbu's belly is actually a worse temple than the Water Temple.
Jubba Jubba.
But
You could be saying anything to me right now, and I would have no.
you need to
clue.
play this game, Braden. Play the remake on the 3DS.
Nah, they need to
Yeah.
They need to go back and just remake everything.
If
Well-
they put one on Switch, I'll play it.
Really?
Yeah.
Fingers
It's on there.
crossed.
Isn't it?
No, it's not. It's just a really good game. Breath of the Wild borrows a lot from it.
Yeah.
So the time travel mechanics in this were awesome. Like, there's one temple, I think the 7th temple. You have to go there as a kid, do some of the stuff, go back, time travel to become an adult, go and do the other half of the temple, then go back and finish it as a kid.
Damn.
And like, just one of the little things, like, you learn songs on your ocarina.
I
So to
remember
learn,
that.
you go in and there's a guy he's playing the Song of Storms, and he's really, really angry because some person came in 7 years ago and taught him this song, and he played it, and ever since then he hasn't been able to stop playing it, and he's all angry. So then you travel back in time to young Link, you go and talk to him, and he goes, oh, I've got this, you played that song to that guy,
Yep.
and then he teaches it to you when you're older. I don't think I explained that very well, but it's basically an Ouroboros thing.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
about
You're
that.
responsible for teaching.
Yeah, I get that.
Just cool.
You're
Cool
your,
little things
you're
like
your
that.
own father.
Yes.
McFly?
That's why I hate me so much.
Oof. Oof.
Hate yourself.
You just create Hack the Dino lore?
That's right. Okay, on the 2nd of October this year, we had Mega Man 11 release.
That was good.
It was a good game. You streamed that as well?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you think of it?
Pretty good.
I remember you
bring
swearing
it-
a lot.
Should we bring it up?
Well, you can if you want.
I reckon we should. Yeah, I'll talk about it a bit until then. Yeah, this game well, I didn't think it was going to be as hard as it was. I know that Mega Man games are renowned to be hard, but I just didn't think they'd make a new one that hard. But I think I just went into it with the wrong attitude. Now when I went back after my stream, although I just blind played it. When I went back to it and played it, knowing what I was in for, I did a lot better. I was just
Okay.
like, I pretty much went through like 5. I've got a.
What are you wearing?
You won't be able to see that.
Oh, they can see it.
I put it in the corner.
Now make it big.
Get away with that poo hat.
Yeah, I want to.
You can see the poo hat poking out the top of our little box.
Just yeah.
Just the tip.
Yeah. But as you can see, this game is beautiful looking.
Yeah.
And at its core, it's a Mega Man game. They have made it easier to switch between characters. They've got like the double gear system and stuff where you can slow down time and stuff like that. And yeah, it's just it's a beautiful.
Did you finish it?
I got pretty close.
Yeah.
And then I just I went on with other games and kept
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
So, but I really enjoyed it whilst I was playing it. And I even like when you stream a game and then you go back and actually play it in real life when you're not streaming it, I feel that's a win for the game
Yeah, I think so.
and for the world.
Got a lot more eyes on it. They may have picked up a couple of sales.
Yeah.
On the 5th of October, Assassin's Creed Odyssey came out, as well as Mario Party, or Super Mario Party. I've bought Super Mario Party for my daughter for Christmas, so...
Yeah, right.
She's watching. She knows. Ah.
She was there.
Yeah, she was there. She got her gift from Dad. Yeah, so Mario Party, it is what it is. I actually saw a Let's Play of someone who just didn't touch the controller at all for one of the players, and that player won. Like, so
Yeah,
it's, it's completely randomized. You might as well crumple up a bit of paper and pick a name out of a hat, and that'll tell you. But Assassin's Creed Odyssey also came out. Did you play this one at all, Dan?
No, I'm not an Assassin's Creed person.
Nor am I.
I find them too boring.
Yep. A lot of grinding.
Grindy, boring, too much...
First time ever you got to play as a female, though. Apparently it wasn't as hard as they were trying to make out to be. Braden, have you touched Assassin's Creed Odyssey at all?
So I've only touched the start because I'm still in Origins at the moment, which is the Egypt one before this one.
Yep.
But from everything I've been hearing about it as well, this is apparently the best Assassin's Creed. Like, and this is from people who have like said that Assassin's Creed 2 was the best, which it kind of is, along with Black Flag as well, which was number 4, the pirate one. But this one is apparently just so bonkers and incredible.
It just looks really grindy to me.
I mean, yeah, they've gone for the RPG style now, where it's like, okay,
they're just flat out calling it an RPG.
It's full out an RPG.
Yeah.
Is that you?
Yeah, it's Cassandra.
The eagle?
Yes.
Is that you?
Well, you can control
you're that
the
statue.
eagle. You can look through the eagle.
Yeah.
I'm just going to have to quickly run off for a sec.
Okay.
Cool.
Off
I'll
you
be
go.
back in a second.
Well, we'll keep talking about this for a second if you like.
Okay. Well, it's a 2-hour stream. Dan does have business to take care of.
He has a life. But yeah, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is apparently the best Assassin's Creed, and I still need to play more of it.
Does that kid stink? Because there's lots of beetles flying around him?
I would imagine... Well, this is like ancient Greece and ancient Italy.
That's something a lot of people don't pay attention to.
Like, where...
They're all smelly people.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, take a moment. Think about God of War.
Yeah, but that's man smell. That'd have a nice musk to it.
have a good musk. Do you reckon Kratos has a good musk to him?
He would. He'd have the biggest musk there is.
You reckon?
Big, thick musk.
Yeah, we've got a, and we've even, like, an immediate, like, comment in the Twitch chat. It's like, it's not Assassin's Creed anymore.
Well, it's just evolved into something else.
They're using, it's the franchise continuing on.
Yeah.
But the original Assassin's Creed style has sort of disappeared a bit.
Yeah. Prima Guides announced that they were shutting down after 28 years. Did you ever have a Prima Guide, Dan?
A what?
They were the company that brought out all those guidebooks. So, like, you'd buy, say, Ocarina of Time, not know how to get through the water temple, and then the days before the internet, you had to buy a book that took you through.
Books. I got one.
Well, not anymore because they're shutting down.
I get them for all the Dark Souls and Bloodborne games.
What, you don't use the internet like a
No,
normal
I
person?
like actually having a book there with all my little tabs sticking out of it. I actually got it. No, it's inside.
Well, they're shutting down, so enjoy that while you can.
No, I think there's some other weird dudes that are kind of like doing it independently.
Oh, really?
I reckon the Dark Souls one through another guy.
Man, that'd be expensive.
But yeah.
On the 16th of October, Starlink came out, which was sort of like... They announced this just as the Toys to Life
Did this actually come out?
Yeah. Shut
right.
down. So they announced this, I think, a month after Disney announced that Disney Infinity was shutting down. And what was the Spyro one?
It just looks like Destiny.
No, this is the
even
Switch version. So
even-
the Switch version, you got Fox McCloud.
No, but I mean, like the terrain and the monsters and everything looks like Destiny.
Yeah. So this game, you got the ship and the pilots, and you put them on your controller, and you swap them out and build onto your ship, and it appears instantly in game.
I've seen them in the EBs.
Yeah. So I'm just waiting for them to come down to $20, and I'll get myself that Star Fox ship. That looks
one?
Sweet. Yep.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, I think this is well and truly the end of Toys to Life.
Yeah,
although Amiibo are still kicking, people are still buying them.
Yeah, but they're not.
I think that's more so like people have so many of them that they have to just have all of them, and they keep bringing more out. So all these people who have all of them are like, oh damn, I need the next one.
Some of them are pretty cool though, like the Zelda ones. There's
one here.
They're really really cool. Yeah, who's that? That's Rob.
Rob the Roboto.
There's a Ryu hiding under here.
Yeah, and there's a Shulk at the front there. Yeah, so Toys for Life, not the promised land it once was.
No.
Which is unfortunate because those Disney Infinity figures, they were beautiful. They were really great.
Oh yeah.
On October 26th, a little game came out that you may have heard of, Dan. It's called Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah. Did we? Oh, we have footage of that.
Of course we do. We got those horse balls jumping around. Now you've played a little bit of this, haven't you, Dan?
Yep.
How far in did you get?
About 4 hours.
4 hours?
Yeah, and then I didn't really know. Kind of, I just lost interest. But
did you play the original? Well, Red Dead Redemption.
I did exactly the same thing.
Wow, really?
I don't know why I even bought the second one.
Well, you weren't going to. Like, I made the active decision not to buy it. I borrowed a copy in order to play it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, then just sort of looked at YouTube videos. Again, those YouTube fails are hilarious.
Yeah.
Brayden, you've put a fair bit of
Yep,
into it.
I'm almost finished with it. I'm up to the final chapter before the epilogue.
Oh, wow.
But like,
Do you know the epilogue is
almost
sort of like 20, 30 hours as well?
Jesus, awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
yep, great, cool. I need to find time to do that then.
They did that in the other one as well, kind of, didn't they? Yeah.
Huge epilogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool game. Really like Arthur. Really cool character.
I didn't think I was gonna like him, and then I really liked him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he's... well, Red Dead will be back there. He's on the Game of the Year award
Yeah.
lists. And on the 14th of November, a little game came out called Fallout 76.
Did it come out?
Yeah, well, it was released.
Yeah, Fallout.
All right, Dan,
Get
you
it,
want to sing
Dan.
the praises of Fallout 76? This is your chance. Go for it.
It's good.
Why is it good?
Because it is.
That's
Nah,
not a reason.
I just like it. When it works, it's great.
How often does it work?
I've had a couple of games of it where it works.
Okay.
I think it works.
give us a percentage.
I think it works a lot better on the PC version than the console version.
Right.
I've
And you've got really
'cause
good
I've been-
internet as well, don't you?
No.
Well, no, not with
right
how much
now.
this stream's dropping out. No. But
We're in the green at the moment. Mind you.
generally, you've got really good internet, don't you?
Yeah. I've got quite good internet. I've got like fixed wireless internet, but
So a lot of the points I heard people coming up with is they'd be playing and they would disconnect before it auto-saved. So
Oh,
they'd
yeah.
lose all the stuff that they made just because their internet dropped out. Can you imagine playing that in Australia with Australian internet with the amount of dropouts that has?
yeah, it'd be great.
Nah.
They should have just not released it in Australia.
I
That
did.
would've
There
been
were
hilarious.
some things I didn't like. Like I don't like the weapons breaking system.
Yep.
I don't like that in any game. That's not Fallout's problem. That's just
How'd you
like
find about that in Zelda? So I didn't mind it towards the end.
yeah, Zelda was okay because like you had enough. Like
They were available. They were readily available.
yeah, you didn't have to fix them and
Yeah.
go to like you know.
Yeah, they'd broken and that was it. You went and find another one.
The guy's in a bit of trouble with all those scorched dudes after him.
Now, what do you feel about the lack of NPCs? Is that...
No, it's fine.
That's fine?
It's 100%
I found
fine.
that a weird thing to complain about, but it seems to be like one of the main things that people are
No,
upset
I
about.
find it completely fine. I don't listen to NPCs anyway in games, so I skipped all their dialogue. So the fact that you can listen to the dialogue in tapes while you're fighting like now, that's all I need. And I feel like to me, it gave a deeper gameplay because you're learning about these people where otherwise I just wouldn't have even talked to them.
Yeah.
Look at that weird dude on the right. He's got a weird arm.
He's gimped. I'm
Anyhow.
sure that's very... Oh, forget I said that. Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee also came out in November. I think on the same day, possibly? Maybe. Yeah, sure. Whatever.
I've just got the trailer.
Here we go. Can't wait for this to be flagged. Let's Go
Bring it,
Pikachu,
yep, go
Let's
down
Go
small.
Eevee. What a game. Great little remake. A lot of fun. I really hope they do this for future games. We're getting a new one in November of 2019. Just yesterday, I think the Pokemon Company came out and said they hope to surprise Switch owners in 2019 with Pokemon announcements.
Just surprise them.
So maybe they'll go. You get. There's going to be a Let's Go 2. They'll do Johto,
Yeah.
which is the second game.
Next.
Oh, jeez. All right.
I don't want to keep playing the trailer.
Okay. Next award. Now, this award is the second to last. It's the penultimate award for the best Hack the Dino.
Where are we here? It's you. You're
Yes,
saying
it's
it.
me.
So the nominees.
The nominees for the best Hack the Dino are Dan McGuinness, Ben Rosenthal, Braden Dixon,
Hello.
or Michael Ceratops, which is this little boy at the front here.
What is this guy on the?
Here he is. Oh, yeah. He's on the front of there. Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner for the best Hack the Dino, brought to you by King Kaiju Collectibles, is Michael Ceratops.
Yeah.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, Michael. We couldn't do it without you, buddy.
Rigged.
Thank you very much for all you've done for us this year.
He's put in a lot of work.
He
gotta
has.
say.
Look how happy he is.
I'm gonna
He's a
get-
happy dino.
I'm gonna get up and do a Kanye speech.
He's running around.
He
He's
don't
eating
believe.
the plants. He's just a happy man. He's a happy extinct animal. All right, Dan. You ready? We're in December now.
Is this me?
We're near the end.
Oh, am I right here?
We're near
December.
the end.
Oh my god.
Getting
This
closer.
This is now.
Yeah.
Okay, so first up on the 7th, we did Katamari Damacy.
Damacy.
Damamami.
Damasi. Katamari Damase.
I chose some footage here where you can actually see the actual little tiny Katamari guy down in front of the ball.
No,
there.
you can't. Because
Yeah, now we
Braden's...
can.
No, they can.
No. Don't go back. He's actually, you can see him on the actual, like, in front of the ball.
Oh, he's
yeah.
on the front. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a little tiny man. You can't see him now because he's green on green. This came out. We've been through this in last week's stream episode.
Yep.
It is a game where you roll a ball around and you pick stuff up that's at a certain size. And as you pick more stuff up, your ball gets bigger, and so you can pick bigger things up.
Yep.
And you keep going.
And you keep on picking things up with your big balls.
Your big old ball.
You roll those balls together.
Your
What
Katamari.
consoles are these?
This was PS2 originally, but now this re-roll got released on Switch.
There's
Oh,
a whole
did
bunch.
it?
There's
Okay.
a whole bunch of them though.
I want to play this.
Dude,
This is just the first one.
Yeah, there's so many good. The music in this is what makes this game. Hey?
Oh, absolutely.
So
I've been
good.
playing it a lot this week as
it
well
good?
because
And-
I've had nothing to do but play video games. So I played that and I played Abzu and
I do
yeah,
wanna play this.
it's a great game. It's only about $30 on the eShop as
Really?
well. Yeah, great game.
Look at cats. Meow.
Oh, another cat.
And they all make cat noises when you run them over. And that's twin cats.
Twin cats.
Yeah, so that was your dad, who's like the boss, the king of the universe.
Yep.
And his dialogue is actually hilarious. It
Yep.
doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
That,
It's one of those things you read it and it hurts your brain going back and thinking about it, trying to make
What?
sense of what he said.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. That's not a good thing to pick out. Like the
Yeah, I need to get this game. That looks sick.
look at these dudes. They had swords. Anyhow,
What else came out on the 7th, Dan?
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yeah.
I will
Ba, 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 ba.
I didn't get any footage of that.
Oh, we had some before.
Yeah, we had some
I'm
before.
pretty sure we all know what Smash
Nah,
Bros.
it's
Ultimate
all
looks
right.
like.
Moving on from that.
No, we're going to talk about it a little bit, not just moving on from that. You spent 20 minutes talking about Half-Life. I can talk about Smash Brothers for 5.
Smash Brothers.
Smash Brothers.
Put that one on, Braden. That
No,
bit,
it's two sword people fighting.
Yeah, sword people
that's
are the
why
best.
I got it.
Anyway, Smash Brothers, what a game. And it's actually one of our nominees for the Game of the Year. It came out a little bit too late, which is unfortunate. It means it's going to be in next year's Game of the Year
Good
nominations.
choice, Braden. A black screen.
And
It's loading. There we
yeah.
go.
Look at these characters. Look at them all.
It's not enough.
Raw. There's not
Snake.
76 isn't enough for
The
you.
fact that more are coming.
I bought it and there was only
Yeah.
6 on there.
So you get Petey Piranha Plant. He's coming soon.
Roy and Ike.
And then you've got 5 more, one of which is Joker from Persona 5, which they're hinting may be coming to the Switch very, very soon. Sakurai was in headquarters today.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey,
So maybe getting Persona 5.
I've got that game.
You like it?
Yeah.
Oh, you can play it anywhere on Switch.
It's Ike. Is that the South Park character growing up?
Yes, it is. That's exactly what it is, Dan. Thank you for that valuable input.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Let's
That's why you pay me the big monies.
Yep. Let's do the Game of the Year award.
Oh, am I doing
Here it is, ladies
Oh.
and gentlemen. Are we going to talk about the Game Awards? Nah, screw the Game Awards. Game Awards were on the 7th as well.
We
Yep,
talked
It was
about all
great.
of it.
Yeah, go, links in the description. Go check out.
We do a super long video on it. It's great.
Yeah.
All right, so this is our game of the year. This is the Hack the Dino, our viewers' favorite.
Dan, Braden, myself, I shouldn't say myself, I and Michael Ceratops sat down in a room one day. It was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, mainly from these two because...
Because they got sweat on them.
Yep. And we came up with these 4 nominees. And then you, the 5 people of the Hack the Dino universe, voted for who you wanted to have Game of the Year. And it was a really close vote.
So the nominees are Red Dead Redemption 2,
Mm-hmm.
God of War
Yep.
0,
Well, technically
God of
4.
War 14.
God of 4.
God of
No,
War-
there's about 9 of them.
I was gonna say it's really late.
Main series.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Well,
And the winner is...
as chosen by you, the Hack the Dino universe, the 2018
In my notes it says open envelope.
Hack the Dino Game of the Year goes to
God of War.
God of War.
Oh yeah. Golf clap.
Golf clap.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations, Corey Balrog, you
Oh, man, that-
boxer from Street Fighter.
He's a beautiful man though.
He is. You listen to the latest Beyond?
Yes.
They
oh
interview
my
him.
God,
What a
he's-
lovely
I
man.
want to hear every interview he ever does because he's amazing.
I really am looking forward to seeing where they go from here and whether this is enough for developers and money men to actually go, you know what? We can redo characters. You know, we can do Leisure Suit Larry and have some meaning to it.
Jesus.
You probably imagine they actually did do a good Leisure Suit Larry game and it won awards.
And he's just an old man and realised he can't really get the youthful girls anymore.
I think
and has
they
to come
had that.
to...
I thought we've already done that.
Really? They actually put character into
What
it.
what if it's like a really like dark intrinsic look on like a personal life, and it's like
A life wasted.
Like
Yeah.
a look back retrospective of what he's done, and he realizes
Yeah.
he has nothing
he
now at the end.
regrets everything. Like that, there was a game on PS Vita about a guy who was about to commit suicide,
Oh god,
and it was all about like him like building up to it, and it was incredibly deep and passionate and everything.
horrible.
Let's just see Larry like that.
Yeah, fine.
God of War, ladies and gentlemen, our 2018 Game of the Year, as chosen by Hack the Dino viewers, listeners, and brilliantness of people. Well,
What are we doing now?
before we wrap it up, it's time to draw the winner of this bad boy. Can we see it there? Thanks to Ash and Karen.
We got a video of it.
We've got a
Karen
video.
Nash.
But we have a custom Deadpool PlayStation 4 controller from We Are Robot Customs. I'm going to actually hit them up and see if they can do a Hack the Dino one for you, Dan, so you do your live streams with a Hack the Dino
I reckon that's a good
controller.
idea, actually.
So We Are Robots, awesome people, Adelaide people as well. You should hit them up on Instagram, check out all their brand new customs. But they did this. Beauty. And Karen and Ash bought it for us to give away, and we're going to do that right now. All you had to do was subscribe to Twitch or follow us on Twitch or YouTube. If you had done that previously, we were automatically into the draw.
Yeah, it's basically if you just follow us on those channels, like you're in the running.
And we did a draw earlier.
We did just a random number draw pick thing.
And Dan, you have the winner there.
I do. And
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the PlayStation 4 controller.
We'll probably have to contact these people, but the winner is Pixel CGR.
Congratulations, Pixel CGR. You got yourself this Deadpool 4 controller for PlayStation 4.
And if you don't like it,
just let us know. We'll take it back and use it for ourselves.
yeah, you'll love it.
But thank you also to Karen and Ash, two huge supporters of the show. Thank you as well to all our Patreons who support us. We really appreciate it, and honestly couldn't do a lot of this show without you. For starters, Braden wouldn't get paid.
Yeah, thank you. That helps my parents think, oh yeah, that's okay. You can run off and do that.
He's
And it means
getting
that I
paid.
can sometimes get out of my normal job when I need to swap shifts around.
Should we show that, Lee? I think we should.
You want to?
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Earlier in the week, I had a message from Patreon supporter Mike Towns. He'd made this little Smash Brothers video for us.
It's
It doesn't make any. It does have its own. Look at my face. It does have its own dialogue and stuff like that. Only picture you can find of Braden with tiny and pixelated.
But he is surrounded by weird old dudes. And there's Michael Ceratops, the winner. And there's Karen and Ash. So yeah, thanks very much. Stop it, Braden.
sorry.
So thank you very much for all our supporters, Mike, all our Patreon supporters. You guys are fantastic. It's really flattering to have fans like that.
Yeah, to
and
make
people-
us videos about ourselves.
really narcissistic.
Yeah, it's great.
So I think that's about it for our year in review. Thank you everyone for watching. For those of you who dropped in, we did have some internet issues, which will be sorted out shortly,
that'll
I'm
be
sure.
Yeah, we had a couple
Dan, what have
people
you
in
got coming
chat.
up on the stream this weekend?
I haven't planned it yet.
Good. Sound off below. What do you want to see Dan play on the stream this weekend?
No, I reckon I was gonna do Grizz.
Grizz? Yeah, that's a good
maybe, but if he doesn't really have the longevity of it, I'll look into it.
But if you like this, you can head on over to our YouTube channel and subscribe to us there. Follow us on Twitch, which you're watching now, hopefully. And we're also on SoundCloud and all other iTunes podcast type places.
If you're
as
watching
well.
this on YouTube, all the descriptions are in the link. I mean, the links are in the description. I'm a person that does the talkie.
I also want to thank everyone who chatted to us throughout the episode of this show.
With Braden, were you answering people, Braden?
I was chatting with people.
Good. You are the operator moderator.
Yeah, we're getting there.
What did I call him before?
I don't know, whatever.
Elevator operator.
But we've got a huge 2019 in store. Got a lot of plans moving forward. As you can see, we're now streaming the show live. We do have some guests lined up that are coming on. Should we sort of tease who we got? Or?
No.
No? All right, well, we got some really cool guests coming on.
In case they don't come.
Well, yeah. But, yeah, some we've had on before, some who we hope to get in brand new. I'm really excited. A lot of them I actually watch, so
Idolize.
I'll be sort of fanboying out while we're trying to interview these people.
Pitch and tents.
And yeah, thanks everyone for a very successful 2018.
Mwah.
We hope to get bigger and
Mwah.
better in 2019. So be sure to like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. We really appreciate it.
Write us a letter.
Yeah. Send us some fan mail. Oh, send us some fan mail.
Yeah, with hate and,
Draw.
and anthrax in it.
No. Like draw on an envelope. Like, you know, you used to send into Nintendo
No one
magazine
can
system?
do that anymore.
Oh,
no one even
man.
knows how to buy a stamp.
Just go into Greenlight Comics and give Dan your pictures.
Yeah,
That'd
send
be
it,
great.
send it to Greenlight.
Send it to Greenlight Comics without the anthrax.
Tell us about Greenlight Comics quickly, Dan.
Greenlight Comics is the comic shop that I own in Adelaide, South Australia, in 18 Stevens Place. It's off of Rundle Mall down the side of the Maya Centre. You can come there for all graphic novels. Come see me. It's the best comic shop in that I own.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you very much for watching our 2018 year in review. We will be back next Friday with another stream, episode 60 of Hack the Dino.
Yep.
Thank you once again.
Hopefully the internet will be fixed. Good night.
Good
and
night.
Sleep tight, my beautiful beasts.
Mwah.